Welcome to the channel. Presented by the Beeline Entertainment, LLC. Enjoy the show.
People, what's good? Yo, check it out. Welcome to the Beeline ENT, LLC. What we got for you? First off, we got the Beeline Web Show on Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, talking a little of everything. Then we got Straight Through the Rope, STR, baby, Wrestle Talk, where we talk all things pro wrestling. Next up, we got the Show Off Show, that's right, the Beeline ENT Entertainment. And then on Sunday nights, we going live on the line with that group panel discussion. Check us out. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. Head on over to YouTube and subscribe. Also, pick up some merch. The Beeline ENT LLC. Let's go.
WTW Wrestle Talk Wednesdays.
That's right, it's your boy Brian B from the Beeline Entertainment LLC, followed by the American prodigy Warren Marlowe from the Buzz with Marlowe podcast, and you know your boy Trey on Wheels from the 1130 podcast, talking that wrestling. Yeah! Be there and make sure you check in at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, and right after that, for WTW, we got the STR Nation, baby, Brian B, Lay, Slim Jefferson, we talking wrestling. Join us 9 p.m. Eastern Time right after commission talks on WTW. Make sure that you like, follow, subscribe, buy the merch, check out the website. Do it all.
Everybody should know. Check it out. Your boy Brian B is trying to go live on TikTok, baby. Follow the Beeline ENT. Head on over to my channel. We got a lot of content. I'm doing a lot of stuff, and I'm going to be doing a lot more. Check us out. Follow us, the Beeline ENT LLC. I'll see you there.
2,000 years later.
It's game time. It's game time.
Stacked. You can whisper behind my back. You can show me how the odds are up against me all day long. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you.
Get more W. That Genderless energy drink mix that's going to power you through your gaming, content creation, whatever you're doing, is there for you. Enter that promo code BrianBNRG and get 10% off your order today. Get more W, get more power.
Yes, you are, yes, you are, yes, you are the only one, 'cause there's something special about you.
Man, it is another day. It's another day. I'm starting to get flashbacks all of a sudden because I'm remembering what it was like to be in front of the camera this much, yo. We used to do all these shows constantly, before, and now they coming back because checking it out, people, what's good? What's happening? What's going on? It's me, Brian B. On a Thursday night, we back at it. Yo, if it's Thursday, listen, bro. I know y'all missed them horns blaring in y'all ears and y'all listening on a Thursday. It must be time for the Beeline ENT. Let's go, man. I'm really excited to come back. We haven't had an entertainment show in a while. This is going to be episode number 36. And with this episode, I'm gonna do a lot of reintroducing the show. For people who have been following and watching us on the entertainment show for a while, we were very heavy on having, guests on and having, talking with different people who were talented artists. And we're still interested in doing that. But we are also going to start falling back a little bit more on the content, like actually talking about different forms of entertainment, a lot of, movies and music and, comic, rivals and shit like that. I'm really excited to do that. This passions of mine, as y'all can see, the wall back there. I love that stuff. We got a wrestling show, we got a web show, and now we got the ENT show where you come on and show. That's right. I don't know if y'all remember, but that's what it is. But yo, we got some great stuff going on tonight. It's just me, Brian B. We talking XMEN'97. We talking Fallout, call out through the fallout, back to me. And we're gonna be introducing some new stuff for you. So you guys stay tuned, please. Hope you guys are ready because it's gonna be a really fun night. Like you just saw, we got a lot going on, and we got more for you. Check it out, man. Let's go!
Let's make some noise.
It's me.
Brian B.
What's going on, Brian?
Hey, how you doing?
Who cares? Halloween. If you don't be temporary high. Yo, and you, everybody's on.
To understand the Garden with Eve was mostly just a story, but I'm hardly a priest.
I'm always refraining good for you. With me,
Loving someone Sunday morning,
and I never want.
It's the beeline. It's the beeline. It's the beeline. E-N-T.
Yo, listen, if you guys don't know, I got a bunch of shows, right? But I ain't gonna lie to you, yo, that Beeline ENT intro is my favorite shit. I love that introduction, yo. I really oh man, I work hard on all this shit, bro. It feels good, man, working hard and seeing like the fruits of your labor and stuff like that or whatever. I'm really excited to get back to the regular routine of things. Recently this has been the first week that I've done all my shows on schedule, on time, and a long ass time. I've been breaking stuff down for a while. But just to keep going, let you guys know what's coming next. Sunday night is Live on the Line. We're gonna be back on with Live on the Line. We've been playing a lot of fun games. If you saw last night on STR, Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk, we actually took it a second away from wrestling a little bit, and we got to know the crew. You know what I mean? We played 20 questions, and it was a lot of fun, man. We played 20 questions, got to know each other in front of you guys. You guys were chiming in, playing along with us, and it's crazy, yo, because I took that. And I told my girl, like, Auntie Tiff, she'd be upstairs chilling and shit. So when I get done, I'm like, yeah, babe, it was a good show. Or sometimes it's like, yeah, it was okay. You know what I mean? But she was like, you played 20 questions. She was like, oh, we should play that. And then me and her started playing it. And on some real shit, we've been together 6 years. We know everything about each other. But it was just simple stuff. And we were asking questions. And all of a sudden we found conversations that we never really had before. So 20 questions is a good ass game. Yo. It's a cool icebreaker. But yeah, we had a lot of fun doing that. So, Live in the Line Sunday, we're going to be doing different things, group discussion. We'll be talking about some news reports that's been coming out and things like that, man. So that's what you guys got to prepare for. So if you're trying to pick and choose what shows you want to watch with your boy Brian B, I'll be feeding it to you. But I definitely want to say, if you haven't already, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, do all of that stuff, man. Hit us up on all social media platforms. We do have a lot of stuff going on all across the board at this point, so you will not be bored. I'm pretty sure, you can't please everybody, but it's usually a lot of fun stuff going on. I'm goofy as hell. I like to have fun. And it's the entertainment show, baby. So like I said before in the beginning of the show, check it out. If you are somebody who does music, if you're somebody who raps, sings, gospel. I've had an opera singer on here before, if you saw like in the intro. If you are somebody who does, if you're an actor or actress, whatever. I'm definitely down to have you guys on. I want to let you show off. I want to give you your time to tell everybody what you're doing. So if you know anybody or anything like that, definitely send them my way, and we'll set something up so we can get them on the screen and talk to them and let them show off. Now, speaking of show off segments, listen, as you can see, like, the little package that we put together for the introduction, there's a lot of people that came on, very talented and done a lot of different things. So the show off segment now is going to include something extra. This is going to be a little bit more versatile, and it's going to be a lot easier for you guys to still see real good talent on the show, even without a guest. So, I know I'm talented as shit, right? But I can't be as talented. I'm not a one-man band, you feel me? So I can't always be up here trying to hold down the show-off spot. So what we're going to do starting tonight is we are going to have a show-off segment every single Thursday that we are on. And, we're going to play some talented videos that we found, on the internet and stuff like that. It'll be either me or people that send them to me, and or IT Tiff, my brother, whoever. People who sends the videos in and they say, hey, look, this is interesting shit. I think it should be a show-off segment. So if you know of an interesting video or anything like that, and you think it could be a show-off segment, send it in to me. Definitely hit me up on Facebook, hit me up on TikTok, whatever. And I'm down, bro. I that's one of the reasons why I love TikTok and social media, bro, because you go on there, you're entertained for hours, man. You just have a lot of fun, looking at awesome people do fun shit and, spew information as well. But that's going to be a big thing with the show-off segment coming forward. I hope you guys enjoy the one we have tonight. It's actually very entertaining. And let's kick this shit off, man. So if you guys don't know, like I said, we've had a lot of past guests on the entertainment show. But when I did start this show, like one of the biggest things, if you go all the way back to episode number 1, where I had literally a stupid sign that I drew entertainment at the end of my banner that I had. And all the ideas that I had, I wanted to talk about like different shows and movies and stuff that I was watching, kind of rank them a little bit and just discuss what I like about them, what I don't like about them. That first segment was called the Watch List, bro. So the Watch List is going to be different things that I watch. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not things that everybody watches. It's different things that I watch. Now, I do try to keep up to date so you guys can get fed some, now information and not just all past shit. But the watch list may have a movie from the 60s on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I watch it and I want to talk about it or talk about what I learned from it so I can see if you guys want to watch it, then, that's going to be something that's going to be a part of the watch list going forward on the entertainment show. We do have a watch list today. We have 3 categories on there, and we're going to talk about them. We're also going to rank them, and the ranking system is going to be very easy. It's just a 1 through 10 system, but we will have if we think it's a little bit extra, but it's just not quite enough to the next number, we're going to do the 0.5 and shit like that. But it's not going to be the goofy shit, because I see a lot of videos of people ranking stuff, and I want it's a 7.3 and a half. Like, come on, bro. You're too damn technical, yo. But one thing that I do, I think a lot of people, when the ranking systems and stuff like that, one of the things that's catchy is if you got somebody who's always giving everything a 10, then it's not really that, interesting. It's like, oh, you think everything is great. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do is I'm really going to withhold the number 9 and the number 10 spot on most stuff that I watch, unless I feel like it's phenomenal. Like, it's got to blow my mind every single way. You know what I'm saying? Like, exactly what I like in every single way before I'm even thinking about giving it a 9 or a 10. So that's going to be fun. If you hear me say that, that means I really thought it was really, really good or whatever. And then from there, we'll kind of go from there. But yeah, we do have some stuff to talk about on there on that. So that's the watch list, things that I watch. Now, after watch list, now I got recommendations. Recommendations is going to be something that I've seen. It could be even something that, a lot of times you'll get that nostalgia feel and you're like, oh man, I remember that. Or you get kicked back to something or a show maybe you've seen in the past. I'm going to have recommendations for you guys. The recommendations will probably be 3 or 4 a night. It could be something off the watch list, but I'm going to try to keep it separate so it can be just more content out there for you. And, whether it be a song, whether it be a restaurant, some shit, anything, a lot of stuff. I'm in Atlanta, but, hear a lot of different things. And I talk to a lot of different people. So we're going to have different stuff. We're going to give you the information on where to find it and all that. So you'll know how to get it, So we're going to be doing stuff like that, more engaging, allow you guys to, chime in the comments if you want to talk about stuff as well. Recommendations that you have, if you've seen recommendations or, give your ranking system on it as well. Last but not least, as far as just different types of, parts of the show. We're gonna have the top five. Top five's coming back strong. We're gonna be talking top five. It's gonna be a random ass subject. What's your top five favorite, bananas or I don't fucking but yeah, it'd be stuff like that, man. We do have a top five tonight. I think you guys are gonna like it. It's an interesting one, kind of topical off of what we're talking about tonight. And just gonna get into it, man. So I really appreciate you guys, man. I really feel real good coming back and being sitting here and talking about the stuff that I love. Please go check out the website. The website's getting revamped. We're gonna have a lot more content up there, a lot more promotions and stuff like that or whatever. The store is getting revamped. Like, it's a lot of stuff going on right now, and I'm very excited for you guys to see everything. Forget all that stuff, man. Listen. So to kick off the night, one of the first things we're going to do is we're going to jump right in, bro, with one of the main segments that are going to be on the show, because it's probably going to take a lot of time talking about these different, videos and movies that I got. But first off, right off the bat, we got
The watch list.
Yep. That's right. We got the watch list. So tonight on the watch list, it's going to be very interesting. We have a lot of I think we have something popular that a lot of people are talking about. I know for sure one of them is something that people are talking about a lot. I've been seeing it since it came back out, and it's actually a revival of one of the cartoons I used to watch as a kid. And I think a lot of people used to watch as a kid. It was one of the ones that was kind of glumped in the main series that I know people watch, whether it be Batman, the animated series, whether it be Spider-Man, the animated series. You had this show. There's a bunch of shows, man. Street Sharks, Mighty Biker Mice from Mars, Mighty Max. Sailor Moon. I used to watch Sailor Moon too. I used to watch all that shit. I used to love those shows. But yeah, tonight we're gonna be talking about the one that just recently came back, and it's been getting a lot of love, man. It's been getting a lot of shine recently, and that is X-Men. That's right, XMEN'97. All right, so that's gonna be the first watch list episode, the first watch list show of the night. I'm a little tired, y'all. I'm sorry. Like, I'm dead ass with y'all. I've been trying to work and put the show together for the last couple of days, like nonstop. So if I'm a little slow, that's just me right now. But check it out. Listen, X-Men. I'm not gonna lie to you guys and act like I'm like the super know-it-all of X-Men or whatever. Because damn well, like, as soon as you start talking about, different, comics and stuff like that, you got them motherfucking grandmasters who know, who know everything. And, they know all the rules and all the moves and everything that everybody does. And, I'm going to just be straight up with you. And I'm not that person. I don't know every single, he doesn't have those powers because he wasn't in Georgia the last week of the month or some shit. I don't know. Listen, I just like watching it. I also remember that, X-Men for me, X-Men was one of the last ones that I was really into. I know there's a lot of people who are really big on it. I'm not saying I'm not big on it. I loved the series when I used to watch it or whatever, but it wasn't like Batman for me was number one. Batman, the animated series, was my shit. Hulk, the animated series, was my shit. Those shows, even Spider-Man, like Spider-Man was my shit. Power Rangers, that was the big one that I was watching. So it's like, X-Men, I used to watch X-Men. I'm pretty sure, bro, X-Men was on Saturdays. And I think it was around on some real shit. I think it was like 11:30. And then after X-Men came on, because it was one of the last cartoons that was on right before wrestling came on. That's why I remember it more than anything. Because wrestling, it was like X-Men and shit. And then it was wrestling, Superstars, WWF. And then after that was American Gladiators and shit like that. And then if you really fucking want to know, it was and then you had Thunder in Paradise with Hulk Hogan on the boat and shit. Bro, listen, I watched all of that shit. Renegade, Swamp Thing. That was like, on Saturdays, bro, I was living on the damn TV. So I was really enjoying that stuff. But yeah, so X-Men came back out. And so we're at episode 8 at this point. I'm not even sure exactly how many episodes they're doing. If somebody knows, definitely throw it in the comments and stuff like that or whatever. But my opinion on it. Listen, the show is pretty good, man. It's not bad. I think that I like how they kind of took it and restarted it. You really got to pay attention. That's one thing about X-Men too. Like, their stories are very developed. you really got to pay attention to like how it's going. Or I don't know why it seems like you'll miss something fast. Like, if you don't, if you miss like a part of an episode, you might have missed like a key piece to the story and what it's trying to tell and how it's trying to deliver. I do like that they do keep pretty tight to the comic origin. For people who have been watching it, episode 8, I haven't seen the full episode yet. It's only one I haven't seen all the way, but they did kind of bring back the original cast. The one person that I can't remember, I didn't look it up. The only person I didn't remember seeing as much was Morph. I didn't remember if Morph was like part of the original X-Men back in the 90s and stuff like that or whatever. I know he was an X-Men, but I don't know if he was like as big on the show. I remember Rogue, Storm, of course, Cyclops, Jean Grey, and all them or whatever. And I remember Colossus was on there too, and then Juggernaut, and they had a lot of people on the original show in the 90s or whatever. And that was one of the things that was so great about it, because the storylines, X-Men storylines were like, the first one was like, it was part 2, part 3, part 4. It was like fucking 40 of them because the stories were so in depth. And of course you had Magneto and stuff like that. So not giving too much spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, please, I'm sorry, but turn this off, because I am going to talk about it a little bit, but not giving too many spoilers. This story is after, like, at the beginning, like, they think, Professor X is, not with them anymore, and it's them kind of adjusting, and, a different kind of life, with Cyclops kind of taking the mantle and shit like that or whatever. And then it kind of just starts winding from there. And I found it real interesting. The fight scenes were pretty good. It was good dialogue. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's just, I'm just kind of, I always expect a lot. Like, I expect like so much action. Like, I don't know, man. So it's like the whole thing with Gambit and Rogue, and then if you're watching a little longer, Gambit and Magneto, and I don't know if that was real in the comics. I'll be real. I mean, probably was, because most of the time they got shit like that. But I just wasn't really into it like that. I liked how they still did the dialogue with Wolverine and Jean Grey and stuff like that. Now, one thing I do want to say, up until the episode 8, apparently, because everybody was losing their shit online, and that's the main part that I was seeing, they didn't give a lot of like attention to Wolverine, And Wolverine was one of my favorites, back in the day or whatever. Still, like, as far as X-Men goes, like, definitely one of my favorites. But they didn't give a lot of attention to him. Like, he was just kind of doing regular shit. But then, the one who was kicking ass the most was Rogue, bro. Rogue was a beast in this new one. They really showed off her power, and just like, correct me if I'm wrong. I know somebody will, but I know there's a story, because Rogue didn't always have the powers that she has. Rogue had got her powers from Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel. When she had touched her, and she absorbed some of her powers in a fight or some shit like that or whatever, and that's how she got the flying capability and the strength and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure. I know I heard that a while ago, but yeah. So with X-Men, I'm not like as up on it, but Rogue was a beast in this shit, and I like how they were fighting the Sentinels and stuff like that, and kind of telling the story of like what happened and chasing the guy, and it's a good watch. One of the biggest things that I really enjoyed, this might just like be kind of me, but I really like the tag team moves that they were doing, bro. Like, like this part right here, like Gambit over here, giving Wolverine the powers of the of the exploding, molecules, whatever. And then he going and he taking it to fucking town, bro. Like, stuff like that, I loved. It was another one with like Bishop and Cyclops. Like, Cyclops shot him with the damn, the what's it called? Not a laser. It's I forgot the name of it, but shot him with the damn laser, and Bishop like sucked up and absorbed all the energy and then just distributed it back, bruh. They were doing some dope ass tag team moves on this show, and I was enjoying it for real. I like how they kind of, the one thing they were doing also was a lot of reintroduction for, I guess, like the newer audience who haven't been like watching it since they were younger and stuff like that, which I understand it, but it kind of does take it back. Like, Jean Grey explaining like, yeah, when I was the Phoenix and this and that. And it's a really good watch. I'd say it's a really good watch. A lot of people are enjoying it. It's definitely a callback. It's a little bit more, detailed with Storm and stuff like that. I like how they're giving Storm a lot more attention, like, as an Omega, X-Men and stuff like that. I feel like Storm always kind of got played like she isn't as powerful as she is, in my opinion. Especially like in the movies and stuff like that. They play her like all she could do is make tornadoes and shit. Storm is a fucking beast. I'll start it this week. Yeah, listen, it's good, bro. Like I kind of came late to the party because I don't know about y'all, but here's a big thing. As far as talking about entertainment, we're in a new life. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole one episode a week shit. We don't live that life no more. Just put that damn whole series out there, that whole season, and let people enjoy it and talk about it and anticipate for the next season. Because whenever it's like that, I usually just wait. I'm like, fuck it, I'll just watch it when it's done. But that weekly episodic, waiting for every episode, it's hard to like, stay engaged for me now. So I'm so trained to just watch some shit straight through or binge watch. But it's still a real good show. Magneto came up in there, and it's the binge era. That's right, bro. I mean, it's definitely time to see things right away. You ain't trying to sit there and wait and watch commercials. People quit Hulu and shit. Well, fucking Hulu started to come out with commercials. You can forget about it. People are like, listen, I won't watch none of that shit. But I feel it though, bro. You can't sit there and go, give us Netflix. Netflix, spoiled the shit out of us because you gave us Netflix and we over here constantly watching whatever we want. I remember when I got into another series I got into that was late was Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad, fucking great show, bro. One of my favorite shows of all time. And it was hard for me to get into it because I always saw Brian. I know I said this shit before, but I always saw Bryan Cranston on there, and I was so used to Bryan Cranston being the dad on Malcolm in the Middle, and fucking how funny as shit. You feel me? So when it was like the Breaking Bad character, and he was supposed to be like a serious character at the beginning, I was like, man, fuck this. I don't want to see him. I want to see him be funny. But when I really just kind of forced myself because everybody kept telling me like, yo, listen, watch that shit. And I started watching it, and it was just like the first episode. I got past the beginning part. I was like, all right, and I was hooked, bro. And I was able to watch the entire show on Netflix with no interruptions. That was like, not for nothing, that was like one of the first series that I remember, even though I watched other stuff, like I've watched Buffy and stuff like that, but I've seen that episodic, when I was younger. But that was like the first show that I remember like actively like I'm watching every single one of these motherfuckers. It's 9:00 in the morning. I wake up and then it's fucking 9:00 at night, and I'm on episode 12 and shit. You know what I mean? Like that was one of the first ones I really remember like super binge watching and remember the ability to do that. Like I can watch this whole shit right now. So now you're gonna give me an episode a week and you can forget about it. I'll wait a month for that shit to be done and then watch the whole thing. But anyway, back to X-Men, another big thing here was like I said, Professor X really isn't in the picture, for a while or stuff like that or whatever. And then you had Magneto is kind of playing a bigger part in this one. So it's interesting to see Magneto. It's interesting to see this version of Magneto as well. Magneto's a dope ass character, yo. He's definitely a dope ass character. He's one of those anti-hero characters, but he's like still more of a villain because he's just like, fuck it, yo. His intent is good. You feel me? Like, him and Professor X are best friends. But his intent is good, but it's just that he's ruthless. He's like, yo, listen, fuck it. If you don't care about me, I don't care about you. Fuck it, I'll just make it whatever. And I like how they do show off his power in this. It was really good, but they also do show off him like trying to hold back and stuff like that. So it's a lot of really, 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 really good dialogue and stuff like that. Like most X-Men shit is. X-Men has a lot of good dialogue. Beast is cool. Jubilee, I've never been a huge Jubilee fan, so it's not really saying much. I can't really say much on it. I know that like her powers are really strong, but they just kind of basic to me, man. Like, even though they're real strong and there's a lot of force with it or whatever, but I just shit looks like fireworks when it's coming out of hands all the time, and I just never can get into her. And she's kind of like the younger kid, kind of like the immature kind of playing in this one, so I can't really get into her too much. But Morph is also dope. The thing I like about Morph, and like I said, I don't remember him as hard as in the 90s. Like the one thing I like about him is that he could be everybody. And that's the shit that's crazy. Like, so he'll be turning into X-Men and stuff like that, or whoever he needs to be to get the job done. And I remember one time he was like Psylocke, he definitely he's interesting to watch. But they have a lot of different, people on there. They got a lot of different like powers and stuff like that. There's a different bad guy other than Magneto. He's a known one though. Like I said, I don't want to give too much, but I'm just gonna shout it out. So, giving my opinion from 1 to 7 that I watched, and then watching 1 to a little bit of 8, basically like Wolverine's part where he really, tore in. Now it's fine, like just like I'm sitting there watching, like finally, bro, like show Wolverine the fuck off, man, because he's one of the most vicious and fun characters to watch for most people, bro. Like, and then you got the coming of the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, which something else that looks incredible. Like, X-Men is on a huge come up because you're talking about they're doing bringing them into the Marvel universe, bringing Daredevil into the Marvel universe and stuff like that, which needs the biggest revamp at this point, to where having X-Men on Marvel and is definitely going to reignite a lot of people's passion for the Marvel movies. I know a lot of people got tired of Marvel movies, man. I know the last one I saw that the last one I thought I saw in the movie theaters was the Doctor Strange one. And listen, bro, I could have stayed home and watched that shit for free. But the last one I saw, before it was on Disney Plus and all that, was the Marvels, man. And I'm sorry, but that shit was horrible. But I've never been a fan of Captain Marvel or any of them like that. But it was just so boring, bro. It's such agenda. Like, instead of like story, it just feels like agenda, man. And they're introducing characters that we've been wanting to see for a while, like Doctor Doom and I'm not Troy, bro. I'm telling you, man, I just couldn't get into fucking into the Marvels, bro. When I hate when like, you know what I'm saying, it's always some crazy shit. But when they got into that dance, I just I'm gonna turn that shit off. I'm like, I can't fucking take it no more. I just want to see shit happen. Like, I just want to see action. I know you gotta have like different dialogue throughout a movie, yo. I know, and yo, believe it or not, I'm gonna say this because Troy, I see you watching. Troy, I see you watching too right now. I want to say this because we had an episode, Troy DeRyan, regular on the Beeline, definitely go check him out. His podcast. He's got a lot of different podcasts. The Love. Damn, I can't even name him right now. My bad. I'm stuck in thought. But Troy, I want to say this because on your show, Man of Horror, I think we were talking about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And because of his show, I just rewatched Buffy the Vampire Slayer from season 1. I'm literally on the last season right now, the last couple episodes. But I've been binge watching it again because I fucking love Buffy, yo. And one episode on his show, he asked me the question. He said, "What's one of the episodes that you love?" And I said, one episode, but an episode that I slept on was their musical episode or whatever, where they all had got stuck. A demon came to the town and it was making them all break out in the song and shit. And people were dancing so fast they were burning up. Yo, that episode was fire, man. Like, and I'm sitting there like, so it's not because I hate shit like that. It's just, I'm just bored, bro. I'm just bored with the Marvel shit. Like, it's just not interesting to me, bro. Their fight scene with them switching places and powers, that was dope. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't have a dope a dope part, but as far as the movie as a whole, I just wasn't feeling it, bro. I literally almost turned that shit off like twice. I know, like twice. Like, I was like, all right, I'm just watch something else. Because when you get older, bro, you don't get a lot of time to like be wasting fucking 3 hours and shit. Like, I'm over here trying to take a nap, and I'm like, listen, bro, I gotta do something, yo. Yeah, the musical has some of the deepest dialogue. They just sung it, bro. Like, talking about how Buffy got pulled out of heaven and shit. Like, bro, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Listen, we gonna start early. Fuck that. Recommendations. If you guys haven't watched the Buffy the Vampire Slayer series from the 90s, yo, with Sarah Michelle Gellar and David Boreanaz and as Angel and bro, listen, y'all missing the fuck out, bro. It was really good. But yeah, Troy, I appreciate you, bro. I mean, hey, if you like it, you like it, bro. I just lost touch with the Marvel shit. But And like I said, them coming back and Guardians of the Galaxy introducing Adam Warlock, which was another one, just fucking it's just bullshit, It's like he's all goofy, and I know people go, "Oh, he's supposed to be young," and whatever, man. Like I'm not watching it for that. I'm trying to have fun with this shit. But they're introducing new guys, and they're bringing Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is somebody I really want to see. Doctor Doom, Galactus. They were trying to do the whole Kang the Conqueror thing, but that kind of the Ant-Man with him, it's just hurting my soul, bro. Because if you go watch, I'll just tell you, fuck reading the comics. Like even if you just go watch the animated series, like it's so much better, man. It's so much better. That's like the dialogue that they have, and cartoons are always going to be freer to do shit, but it's really good, man. But I am excited to see, certain things that are coming out. Um, there's so much blasphemy happening. Wow. I gotta call it, bro. I gotta call it, man. Ant was really the only trash thing that came from the last. Really? That was the only one, bro. So you liked Guardians of the Galaxy was good. So you even fucking Thor just came out and said, "Man, I shouldn't even did Love and Thunder." Come on, bro. Don't play like I'm crazy. They fell off, man. Ant-Man, and you want to know something? Ant-Man was the classic shit. Like it was them trying to have the little cutesy, colorful characters, and they're funny, and it's the Disney shit, bro. It's boring to me. It's fucking boring to me. I know that's a big ass reason why I'm constantly talking about this stuff, because it's just like it's the same kind of dialogue, bro. Okay, yeah, Thor was it was too hard. Yeah. I wasn't feeling like, Jane being sick and I got cancer, and it's too deep, man. It's just like I'm not watching it for all of that. And I'm saying that like if I saw somebody's head get chopped off, like, oh, that's not deep. But you know what I mean? Like, just having all that, like, just deep. It's too emotional. Like I'm watching a fucking soap opera. Like I'm watching a superhero movie right now. Like I want to see crazy shit, not real life. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's an escape from that shit. But, we're going to see. X-Men's coming out. We got Deadpool and Wolverine, which looks fucking phenomenal. I'm really excited to see what they do with that, entering, like, the multiverses, and you're seeing all the different, stages that we've seen. I think Deadpool is going to be fucking, like, one of the biggest movies of the year, man. I hope all of them have been pretty decent. But I just really hope, it seems like they had a big budget to really go all out. And if they are trying to introduce like the X-Men and stuff like that, which they did at the end of Marvels, for anybody who didn't see it in the after credits or whatever, they showed Beast and stuff like that. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to what's next, because I love superheroes and shit like that or whatever, but I'm not going to act like the shit's just kind of starting to fall off, man. The shows, the She-Hulk, and see what I'm saying? I don't hate women. Shit's just fucking corny, bro. I was excited when they announced She-Hulk. I'm like, all right, we getting the Hulk, and you already fucked him up in Endgame and shit, and got him, walking around with clothes on and shit. You already, dogged my boy. But now you got She-Hulk. Okay, maybe they're gonna come back and make She-Hulk like super hard, and nah, they got her dancing with Meg the Stallion. Get the fuck out of here. I can't, bro. Don't play like y'all don't feel the same way. If you're a true fan of like the Hulk smash, breaking shit, like that Incredible Hulk movie with Edward Norton was probably the best depiction that we got on screen. And people talk shit about me when I say this, but the one with Eric Bana was good too, bro. Like I know people were saying that they didn't like his look and everything like that, but he was a beast in that fucking movie. Like showing his speed, when he was fighting the tanks and shit in the desert, when he was fighting the dogs in the forest, bro. They did they work with that setup. People just didn't like the way he looked and shit. She-Hulk would have been better if it was a joint show with the Hulk. Yeah, it would have. And if they didn't nerf the shit out of the Hulk, bro. If they would have reckless fucking Hulk, you know what I'm saying? Even if you got to just make it, because you can make it. But they were saying that one scene, I say this shit every time I talk about it, but that one scene in Endgame when he was in the damn suit, when Banner was in the suit, the Iron Man suit, and the fucking alien guy was kicking his ass or whatever, I was on the edge of that was Endgame. Was it Endgame or Infinity? No, that was Infinity War. I think it was Infinity War. I don't know. But it was Infinity War. And he was sitting there getting his ass beat by the guy or whatever. And I'm sitting on the edge of my seat, like I just know the Hulk is about to Hulk the fuck out and kick everybody ass. And when that didn't happen, I was just like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? And I get it. I get it. Infinity War, yeah. I get it. But it's just it is what it is. You can't do shit about it. But there is a big part of me. I know I've said this stuff on previous entertainment shows. I would try to, people who are watching constantly, so you don't think I'm just out here repeating myself crazy. But I am a fan of the darker shit. Like I want to see it, like the Batman Dark Knight stuff. I love that shit. But I want to see more like that. Not even just like that, but just in the same kind of demographic, like making it a little bit more realistic, but dark, and just the Batman with Robert Pattinson. That shit right there. If it wasn't 4 hours long, I probably would have got into it more. I've literally tried to watch that movie over a bunch of times, and I have not been successful. Not one. Not one. I haven't tried to watch. I've watched the whole thing in the movie theaters when it first came out, and I haven't been able to rewatch the whole thing. I've gotten bored. I've gotten bored right around the part where he's in the car with Penguin and shit like that, and I just can't continue. I'm sorry. It's too fucking long, and it's just not enough going on for me. But of superheroes that I want to see more than anything, that they have to finally get it right. Even though I love the one that just came out with Seth Rogen and them, the Ninja Turtles, man. If I can see like some on-screen Ninja Turtles that are just like, just like those trailers, like the Last Ronin shit, with them just doing some serious kung fu karate, just kicking ninjas' ass, and then a badass shredder. You know what I'm saying? Stop worrying about making April black and all this other shit. Can you just fucking make these guys fight and fuck the agenda and just come on, man? I don't know why. Like, I'm telling you guys right now, like, don't be surprised. I've thought about it. If I had more time, I promise you, bro. I'm not saying it would be the best thing in the world, but I promise you I would write a movie, yo. I would write a movie and just send that shit to whoever gets it with a copyright on it or whatever. But I just want to see. I just want to see some crazy ass Ninja Turtles movie that's just wild. I'm excited for the Last Ronin game that they got coming soon, and I just want to see some real shit. Blade is another one. They got Blade next week, next month, next year. If they're fucking up in the theaters, they know they're not doing what they're supposed to do. Shit, they just had the announcement that Kraven the Hunter, some shit that nobody wants to see, is all now that's pushed back again, like the 30th time. Bro, nobody wants to see standalone villain movies, yo. Who the fuck is wanting to watch that? Who's wanting to watch Venom movies? Nobody wants. You're supposed to watch Venom when he's fighting Batman. I mean, Spider-Man. I told you I was tired, but I don't want to hear any more updates about Blade. I'm telling you, bro. It's like, and you know what? The Wesley Snipes Blade was so damn good. I mean, even if you did make another one, like, it's cool, but it has to live up to that shit for me, bro. And I was cool with however you say his name. I always get his name, Marshala Ali or whatever his name is. I was cool with him playing Blade. I mean, if he delivered, but the fact that they can't get the fucking movie off the ground is just depressing, man. It's like, yo, don't even show us the shit no more. You know what I mean? Oh, now they're over here. Oh, Wesley Snipes is gonna be returning as Blade in the multiverse. Whatever, man. That could mean anything. That could mean you just show a picture of him on a wall and shit. Like, that could mean anything. If he ain't playing it, he's old as shit now. So, but I don't know. We'll see, man. It's definitely a lot coming. I'm still willing to give it a chance because I love this shit. But it is falling off. Let's not lie. But yeah. So I'm gonna give my personal rating for X-Men so far, because I think there's some more episodes. I don't know how many they're supposed to have. I gotta give it a solid 6, yo. I know it's probably gonna be kind of low to a couple of people. Well, what? Like a 6? Yeah, you got 6. I said it. A 6 to X-Men. Like I said, and this is just for me. It's just for me, for nobody else. I was never giant X-Men fan, but I do love X-Men. And I enjoy watching them. I enjoyed the movies, Halle Berry and Hugh Jackman and stuff like that. I think they did a good job. It wasn't as accurate in some parts or whatever, but they did a good job. I gotta give it a solid 6, yo. So XMEN'97 gets a 6 from me. All right, guys. So that was fun for the first one. Definitely took a lot. Troy jumping in there, giving me what's it called? Telling me about this stuff, whatever, because that's what I love, man. I love people who are passionate about this shit, because I know it means something, yo. People are like, what are you arguing? It's just a show, but it's what we grew up on, bruh. part of us, man. Yo, Troy, and I know you my boy. I know you love X-Men. I know you love X-Men, so I know it's a hard one. I couldn't even type fast enough. my bad, bro. Yeah, Troy definitely gonna be on here talking with us about shit. Yeah, all right. So we're gonna jump right into the next one that I got that I wanted to talk about tonight. Definitely this one might be a little higher for me because this is actually a little bit more in my wheelhouse. But this show right here, if y'all checked it out, this shit was phenomenal. Do I have the damn picture? Oh, I don't know if I have the picture. I'm tripping out over here. So we're gonna use this picture until I can get the other picture. But this show right here, it's not Fallout 4, but it's Fallout the series, yo. If you guys have heard of this, I know Fallout is definitely a very popular video game. It's been out for a long time, but apparently still people don't really know too much about Fallout. And for that reason, I think that it's not even as popular yet as it's going to become. Because with the drop of the show, I think the show was dropped a couple weeks back, and I watched every episode. It's I think it's only 7 episodes that are out currently, but they did the full season. It was a full season drop on Amazon Prime. Now, when I first started hearing about this show, I was saying to myself, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, how are you going to do this? So now we're going to go into some dialogue. Now, with the games, Fallout, this was the one that I got introduced to first. This is Fallout 3. In my opinion, is one of the best Fallout video games that they have. Fallout 3, this was the one that was introduced to me. It was the director's cut or the extended version or whatever, the fully loaded, game or whatever that I first started playing. When my boys told me about this shit, I really thought it was some Halo, like games like that or whatever, Doom. I don't play shit like that. I play, first person shooters, Resident Evil, Tekken. I play fighting games. I play Batman, superhero games, shit like that. That's my life right there. But when I heard this one, I think I borrowed it first, and then he let me play it because he was like, "Yeah, you got to check this shit out." And I borrowed it from him, and I went home and I played it, and it was a wrap. It was a fucking wrap. As soon as I started this game, you can do things that I don't even know if you'd expect, bro. I found out about this before I found out about like Skyrim and Elder Scrolls and stuff like that or whatever. Complete open world game. You create your character. Fallout basically is a story of, we all went to war and got the shit. Everything got blown the fuck up in the planet, and these are basically the survivors surviving with some of the craziest creatures that are just roaming the wasteland, and and there's just so much dialogue in these games. It's incredible, man. So, that's how I got introduced to it. Fallout 3, like I said, one of the biggest things that, one of my favorite games of all time. One of the missions, you literally get abducted in fucking spaceship. You get to go, and you go through a whole spaceship and try to find a way out of the spaceship, and you're fighting aliens and getting their tech and shit like that, and you can take everything. This is one of those games where I don't know if you guys ever played a game and you were like, damn, why can't I move this chair out of my way so I can walk over to that room or some shit like that. This is one of those games where it lets you move the chair. Like, there's no stupid shit like that. Like, oh, I just can't get around this corner because they have this this lamp is sitting on this table right here. And in real life, you just smack it out the way and just walk through that shit. But in this game right here, it actually does kind of address that. Like, all right, you can literally pick things up, move it out your way, dump it upside down, see if there's stuff in it, pick up damn near anything, trash, bottles, cans, anything, and sell it for, currency and shit like that, and barter and build your character and build your weapons. And listen, it's fucking phenomenal. So when they came out with the show, you know what I'm saying? They don't have a lot of good track records with, video games, TV shows or movies or anything like that or whatever. So I was really kind of hesitant on if I was going to enjoy it. And honestly, me and IT Tiff, we were kind of like on a road trip and shit like that. And we were, driving like a 4-hour drive, and she had put it on because we had got something to eat. And I was like, all right, fuck it. Like, we'll watch it like while I'm going and shit like that or whatever. And she put it on, and we started it, and I was like, wait a minute. As soon as it started, I was like, wait a minute. I want to watch this shit. I'm gonna have to wait until I have full attention. I can't just listen to it playing and kind of glance over every now and then. Nah, I gotta watch this shit. The thing about the show, I think for me, when I see like, video game adaptations and stuff like that, I like to see like real adaptations. I like to see like stuff that came from the game, stuff that's like, not made up or whatever. It's like literally like I'm playing, like I'm watching a movie of the game being played and shit like that or whatever. And this show right here does not disappoint, yo. Like everything that happens in it, you literally are watching from, if Fallout, you're watching raiders, you're watching ghouls, and not only like basic, but definitely like they amped it up a lot so that you are like really getting an experience. So with the ghouls, it's like, in the game, if you play the games, you got the feral ghouls and stuff like that, where you hit them and you kill them. They're not that hard or whatever. But these ghouls were like zombies and shit, like in the show. And they also explained a lot of dialogue from the game. You have certain ghouls that are like able to talk and stuff like that. I had some more pictures. I don't know what they'll happen to them, but you got ghouls and stuff that are able to talk and stuff like that. And then you have who are just kind of experienced radiation poisoning and stuff like that, and they look crazy. But then you have ghouls that are just feral and they're just fucking zombified basically, and they just chase you around. They don't talk no more. And they had like transitions of that in the show. They were explaining it and using the tools and the currency and like describing the same kind of story from the game in a way. And it's just, bro, it was so damn good, bro. It was so damn good. Like if you know the game and like the stuff about the vaults, basically like vaults are places where the selected got chosen when the bombs fell, and they were able to go into these huge vaults where they have just the whole world under there. They're able to continue life basically. Nobody gets out the vault, but then you find out like the vaults aren't what they seem and shit. So, for as far as Fallout goes, as far as like a video game series, bro, it's unreal. So definitely check that shit out. Like, I'm not going to go into too much detail. I thought I had some more pictures, and we kind of talked a lot with X-Men and stuff like that. But Fallout series on Amazon Prime, definitely if you have Amazon Prime, give it a watch. It's 7 episodes. I think they're like 47 minutes long. It's going to have you hooked. It's going to have you hooked. If you play the game, for sure, but even if you don't play the game, it's still a lot of action. It's a lot of these right here, Brotherhood of Steel, got giant armor fighting crazy ass animals that got mutated from radiation. It's phenomenal, bro. I'm definitely going to give Fallout 4 Fallout the series, I'm going to give it a 7.5. 7.5 for Fallout. So X-Men got a 6, and Fallout, the series, got a 7.5 in my book. Definitely a great show. All right, y'all. Last but not least on the list, we have for the watch list, we have this movie right here. And listen, I don't know if anybody's going to disagree with me here. They probably will. Godzilla versus Kong, or whatever the fuck it is. X-Kong or An-Kong, or however you define it. Now, listen, I went into this movie because I've been a fan for the most part of, the Godzilla movies. I've been watching Godzilla since I was a little kid. I remember watching the earliest ones where King Kong and Godzilla were fighting, and at the end King Kong pops up out the water, and you're like, damn, I thought Godzilla would have won. But they kind of indicated that King Kong won. And I think they had another one after that, but I don't remember. But I know I saw that one. I saw that first one, Godzilla versus Kong, when I was young. So, when I started seeing the new King Kong movies, first it was the Peter Jackson King Kong with Jack Black and Naomi Watts and what the hell is his name? I can never remember his damn name. Not Edward Norton, the other guy that's kind of like him. I don't know. But yeah, had him in it, and that was really, really good. That was actually a really good remake, man. There was a lot of story in it. It was a little longer, but it was a really good King Kong movie. So after that, not too long came Kong Skull Island with Samuel L. Jackson and Brie Larson and stuff like that, and then Loki was in it. Tom Hiddleston, I think his name is. That was really good. That was really good. And they were just describing how like Kong is like the last of his kind, and he was younger, but he was still big and like doing shit, fighting different animals and stuff. So it's like I've been watching it ever since then. Then Godzilla came out, and then they did Godzilla King of the Monsters, which was really good. Millie Bobby Brown and all of them. And then you had the Godzilla versus King Kong. and that was really good. That was really good, and I enjoyed that and stuff like that. They had a good fight. Then you had Mecha Godzilla, and then they teamed up to fight. Man, that shit was good. This that explained everything before I got to it. This right here, man, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't fucking know, bro. It just seems like it was a lot going on. And of course, yo, when you have the damn the actors that are in the movie and stuff like that, and they're playing the people. And then you have, like, in a monster movie, and where you're watching it for the monsters. You're not watching it to see what the humans are talking about. You want to see what the monsters are doing. But of course, you got to have some dialogue. Now, I do like my man. I gotta find his name, yo. Dude was an ATL, black guy. I don't know his name. He was in the other Godzilla movies too. He came back. He was in it along with, like, the mom and the kid from the first one that was touching his finger and can feel him and shit. Listen, bro, the actors that were, in it, they were good actors, I guess, but their dialogue was horrible, bro. That shit was corny. And, there was a little bit of levity in it, but it wasn't interesting, in my opinion. The other ones were a little bit more interesting, kind of told a better story. This one, you had Godzilla sleeping and shit. And what the fuck am I watching, yo? And then they were telling the story about, like, King Kong, because he kept kind of drifting. Like, everything was all leading up to, like, yo, there's some big power that's happening. And, King Kong is the last of his kind. That was always the shit that was told. And all of a sudden you find it out, nope, that's not that true. And, they're showing us the real shit in real life, the real world that we live in right now that we don't know about, that they're showing us in the movies all day. The fucking inner world that's in another world and shit, like probably dinosaurs and shit running around all under us right now. But, yeah, so they showed us that whole life. And then apparently, like, King Kong has some, bully Kong motherfucker. and he went into town with him. And this guy took on both of them motherfuckers, yo. And it just, I don't know. I'm not going to lie to you. I started falling asleep. I mean, I know there's a lot of fans out here who really love King Kong and stuff like that. But, and Godzilla. But I don't know. I just started falling asleep, bro. It kind of bored me. So I don't know if I'm even really too interested in seeing another one. I mean, how much are you gonna do, bro? Like, there's a lot of Godzilla movies. When he fought, what the hell, Mecha Godzilla was a big one. I really wanted to see him fight. When he did that with King Kong, that was awesome. And when he fought the, it's not called the Hydra. I forgot what the hell the name of the 3-headed dragon is or whatever. When he fought him, that was the two big fights that I would have looked for Godzilla. But besides that, man, I've seen it already. I'm done with it. So Godzilla versus Kong, I definitely gave that. It looks like it gave that. I tried to be fair with it. I mean, it had action in it. It had action in it. Don't get me wrong. But it just, even the action parts were just kind of like, all right, they're big, they're hitting buildings, okay, whatever. It is. I think I'm just done with it. So I gave it a 4. I gave it a 4. If you ask me to rate the other one, the first Godzilla and King Kong, I would probably give it about a 7.5. I think I would rate it up there. Like I said, I'm trying to make the 9 and the 10 is really high. So anything under 9 is close to 9 or whatever, that's going to be high. 7.5 for, like, Godzilla versus Kong, I would say. Not horrible, but I wouldn't go to the movie theaters to watch that shit. If I could have stayed back home, I'd have watched it in my house. I probably would have maybe liked it a little bit more, but it just was what it was. But all right, guys, that's it. That's the watch list for this week. Some good options on there. Definitely think that you guys should go check out Fallout. That's definitely a high recommendation. Fallout was amazing. If you're not watching X-Men, you go ahead and go check that out as well if you are a fan of it. The cartoon's pretty cool. If you've never watched a cartoon before, listen, I'm pretty sure XMEN'97 is on Disney Plus. I'm sorry, not XMEN'97, the actual X-Men in the 90s, the original one. I would recommend watching that first, yo. If you can. You don't have to. It's not like it goes, like, right down the line, I don't think. But I would recommend watching that one first because, I don't know, I find you get more enjoyment out of that one, bro. That one with the original X-Men show was really, really good. This one's good, but I don't know. It's just kind of all right with me. It's just kind of all right. That's it, man. Sorry, y'all. Don't get mad. Get glad. But all right. So we're gonna kind of jump in. I didn't expect to. I'm also kind of learning a little bit. I try to keep these, like, within an hour but I do know we have a lot to talk about, and especially when it's just me, it's a little harder just to get through everything in a timely manner. But another recommendation I want to have, like I told you, is definitely Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Go check that out if you haven't watched it. It is playing on Hulu right now. You can watch Buffy, and if you know about Buffy or you don't, definitely a great show. A lot of action, a lot of great story as well, man. It's just like it's constantly action packed, and a lot of shit happens, a lot of evil, a lot of great monster designs and stuff like that or whatever. Like, she goes through a phase where she's fighting a god, and it's fucking shit to make fucking Buffy the Vampire Slayer like she over here, like she and Marvel and shit. But definitely check that out, man. As far as some other recommendations, I haven't been watching too much new stuff. I've been watching Buffy a lot recently. Before I was watching Buffy, I've been wanting to watch a couple of shows that are coming out, and I just heard today, one of my favorite shows that came back on is coming back, but kind of weird, man. But Cobra Kai is coming back out, man. If y'all know me, y'all know I'm a fucking huge Cobra Kai fan. I got him over there somewhere. Yeah, he's over here. See, Danny Lawrence over there. Not Johnny Lawrence. But listen, Cobra Kai is coming back out for their final season. They said it's supposed to be dropping in July. They just had the trailer drop today, and it looks good. Of course, it looks good. They didn't give too much dialogue in the trailer, really, but they broke it down into 3 parts. It's 15 episodes, and they have the first episodes are going to be playing in July, and then they making you wait until November to play the second part, and then they're going to make you wait until 2025 to play the. Why are you stretching that shit the fuck out so hard, bro? I guess they got their reasons, but same thing. I mean, at least it's 5 episodes a piece and not just like, episodic like we're talking about with X-Men. But that's at least a week. So I don't know, man. It's really weird. Kind of like, making you just anticipate it. So I guess you watch it more and make the numbers go up or whatever. But hey, listen, that's what they're doing. But definitely looking forward to Cobra Kai. So since they're coming back, I'm gonna definitely say if you haven't watched Cobra Kai, even if you're not a knower of the Karate Kid from the past and stuff like that, Cobra Kai is phenomenal. One of my favorite shows, new shows that I've been watching. Stranger Things gonna be coming back out soon. Those were big Netflix heavy hitters, man. And ever since Stranger Things and Cobra Kai, like Netflix has definitely had a bunch of shows. But nothing that I've been like too keen on, bro. I can't really think of like the last one where I was like, oh damn, I gotta go back to watch this Netflix show or whatever. But Squid Game's gonna be coming back out with another one. They started to show like some clips of that. Squid Games was one of the weirdest things that I saw on Netflix where I'm just like, damn, I'm surprised that I'm as into this shit as I was. Like, I remember I saw Squid Game when I was at work. And I was like, what the fuck am I watching? And I saw like, because they always have like the pictures of like, what the movies or who's in the movie and stuff like that. And I remember seeing like some pink shit with some weird faces or whatever. I'm like, I ain't watching that bullshit. I thought it was like a game. And then I turned it on and, just started kind of giving it a shot because I heard everybody talking about it. And then, next thing you know, I'm hooked on it now. Now I want to watch the shit. But yeah, man. So that's the watch list. That's the recommendations. You got, Squid Game. Not Squid Game. You got Buffy. You got definitely go check out, I don't know, Fallout, and then go check out X-Men, man. Go see what's going on with it. And Cobra Kai's coming back out. But all right, before we get up out of here, we're gonna do 2 more things. I'm gonna do it real quick. Today for the top 5, we have the top 5 favorite X-Men powers. All right, so I know this will be a discussion topic for some guests. Just to let you guys also know, we're gonna have my boy Kyle's gonna be on with us. He's gonna be on with us a lot. He couldn't make it tonight because he had something else going on. But whenever he's free, he's gonna be a guest with us, and we're also gonna have other guests come on and rock with us. But a lot of times, it might just be me, Brian B, talking to y'all and giving y'all the same information or whatever. But yeah, we have the top 5 X-Men powers. All right, so we're gonna try to drop them kind of fast. Let me get Godzilla up out of here because ain't nobody thinking about Godzilla no more. Sorry, Godzilla. It's not like I'm a hater of the shit, but it just wasn't for me, bro. It just really wasn't for me. But as far as top 5 X-Men powers, we're gonna start with number 5 and work our way down. It's the best way to do lists, in my opinion. So number 5, I got shape shifting right off the bat. Shape shifting is something that's cool as shit. You think of famous shapeshifters or whatever, you think about, of course, Mystique from X-Men. You got a couple people, Morph, of course, he's another one. You got Beast Boy on DC, on Teen Titans and stuff like that. Whenever you can formulate yourself and be somebody else, listen, bro, that's got to be a fucking power. Like, you don't even got to be strong or anything on it. You literally just I can be somebody different. The thing about Morph, I think Morph, when he does change, he gets their power. So it's like, I think, if I'm wrong, definitely correct me. I'm fine with being wrong. But I think he gets their powers, I think, or at least some of their power or something like that, like where he's kind of like, he's kind of like that person or whatever, because that's how it looked, at least in the show. He's one that I just haven't really, had a lot of research on or anything like that. But shape shifting is, if I had the ability to shape shift, listen, I'd be changing to different people, getting money. Try to do, man. I feel like I'd be a fucking villain, because I'd be tired of the struggle. But I think I'm good hearted, you know what I'm saying? But I'd be trying to find ways I can get money, bro. Get some shit, so shit don't have to be such a struggle. But shapeshifting would be awesome, man. Change yourself into whatever, abilities like that. Just be somebody different for the day, whatever. Number 2, teleportation. That's another one. Teleportation is definitely a big one. You got Nightcrawler. I mean, you have a lot of people who have that skill. A lot of X-Men as well, who have like teleportation skill. You can go somewhere. That's another thing about like like I said with Buffy and stuff like that. The demons and stuff like that. You just pop out of nowhere. Zoom out of nowhere. It's an awesome talent. Like, just imagine if you had the ability to just wake up in the morning, do what you got to do or whatever, and fucking just poof yourself into work. It's different parts of it though, because if like Nightcrawler, one of the things with him is he has to know where he's going. He's got to know where he's before he just teleports. He can't just teleport somewhere and not be there. I'm pretty sure there's a comic out there where he was able to. I know Nightcrawler gets like really strong in some of the stories and stuff like that. But one of the biggest parts was he's Mystique's son. So he had one of the things with him is he can only go where he knows he can teleport into or whatever. So if it's a room or something like that, but he doesn't know where it is or he doesn't see it, he can't go into it until he knows what's in it, and then he can go ahead and continue or whatever. But teleportation is always gonna be dope. I got number 3. Number 3 is definitely Magneto's power, the ability to basically formulate all kind of metals and stuff like that in the world, as deep as like the iron and stuff like that in your body and shit like that. Bro, listen, that's phenomenal, I would just think that would be cool as shit. I think that would be a crazy superpower. I mean, you got to think about all the things you can manipulate in the world. If you watch the movies or if you watch the shows, you can see him, and then him using his abilities to like fly and float or form like magnetic spheres around him and stuff like that because of the electricity in the air or whatever it is. Like, what a dope ass power, like that's definitely been one of the reasons why I've been a fan of Magneto. Like, I like bad guys for sure, but sometimes, like I said, Magneto wasn't just a bad guy. Like, he had an agenda, bro. He wasn't trying to sit here and just like, I just want to conquer the world. Like, nah, he wanted mutants to be treated fairly. I think a lot of people can relate, He wasn't going to just sit back and just take shit. He was like, nah, I'm about to fix y'all motherfuckers. Like, y'all going to respect us. And you saw in a lot of the shows, even in this one, like, with his cause, man. He wanted to just be accepted. He wanted the humans to like not treat him and be making stuff out of them. Even though on the same token, you got to understand like human shit too. Like, listen, y'all motherfuckers got powers and this and that. We got to make sure that we safe, or y'all gonna be putting us in a fucking box and in a zoo or something like that, and y'all rule the earth. That's the thing about like, when you have a species or something like that that's got higher, intelligence than you or something like that, and they have the ability to conquer, you can forget about it. You're going to try your best to keep them at a certain level as much as you can. So you saw that in Captain America Civil War and all that shit. Like, that's just what it is, man. It's like, you have potential danger, you're a threat. Batman, even, what I'm saying, if y'all saw Batman the animated movie where it was I think it's called Doom. And Batman, he keeps plans for everybody, the whole Justice League. If they ever break out, this is what I'm gonna do. And you need shit like that, because what if you saw an Injustice and stuff like that? What if these guys flip, As soon as they flip, and then nobody can take them out, you just relying on them to save everybody. But if they flip, it's a wrap. You never prepared for that. So I get Magneto, bro. Ain't no doubt about it. I get Magneto and I get humans for how they act to mutants as well. But Magneto's power is definitely the shit. Number two, since we're talking about X-Men, I definitely got to say Quicksilver. Quicksilver's speed and stuff like that, just the ability to be fast as shit. I love it. Like, that's definitely something that, kind of goes up with teleportation. Just being able, probably for me, because it's just like, I'm big with time, yo. I literally am always trying to like pay attention to like how much time I got, because I like to have free time. I like to have downtime. So I'm one of them people that's trying to get my work done, even though it's hard because I constantly got shit going on. But I'm always trying to find those pockets where it's just like, all right, I got like, I'm gonna get this finished and then I ain't doing shit. So I'm gonna work fast. I'm gonna try to get this done. I'm gonna get it done right, and I'm trying to be accurate, all of that. But I don't move like slow and methodical. Like I go fast, get shit done, and keep trucking. Like that's just my stuff. So being able to have like super speed to be able to just get shit done fast or whatever, get finished quickly, I would love that shit. Get to where you got to go. As far as being like a hero, being able to like, supersonic punch and, phase through people's shit. Like the Flash is my favorite, as far as like, he's one of my favorite superheroes of all time. But since we're talking X-Men, I'm definitely going with Quicksilver speed. So that's number two. That's number two. And then the number one, as far as we talking about X-Men, if we could have the powers of X-Men and shit like that or whatever, is definitely, bro. Listen, the adamantium skeleton, bro. Having that, as well as Wolverine's healing powers. I put Wolverine just down as a thing, because his healing power is super fast. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't born with the adamantium on his bones and stuff like that. He had gotten a Weapon X project or whatever. He had got adamantium placed over his bones, and that's how he got the the blades and unbreakable body and shit like that or whatever. So awesome fucking, you know what I'm saying? He barely really can't be stopped. And also, people don't really talk about it as much, but Wolverine is fucking like a genius, bro. Like he's brilliant and stuff like that. You don't see it in the comics. They play him like he's kind of slow and shit. But if you look it up, you do the research on it, like he's super smart because he's been around for so long. So he's got a lot of intelligence as well as his crazy ass just recklessness and wild animal kind of antics that he has as well. So Wolverine is a beast, man. But yeah, those would be the top ones for me. That's my top 5 X-Men mutant powers that I love watching and just like looking. Yeah, some call outs go to of course Colossus. I love how his got that armor on him, just always on him at all times. You just build that shit up. The movies really did a dope depiction of that as well. Cyclops never for me. I'm sorry. I don't care what nobody says. We go to Omega, whatever. I get it. But Cyclops is a beast. The one thing I did like about the show is I like how they showed off his fighting ability and stuff like that. They made Cyclops like dope as shit in there. But Cyclops, his eyes, the lasers, or whatever, like it's cool. But he's never been like my favorite. I'm sorry. I'll be real with you. I've never even met somebody who says Cyclops is like my favorite X-Men of all time. Storm is another thing. Storm is she's powerful as shit, but I feel like they never really show her like how powerful she really is. This one kind of speaking on it a lot, so it's really interesting to see that. But yeah, man. So that's gonna be the top 5 of the night. And last but not least, before we head out of here for the day, I want to once again say thank you guys for rocking with me tonight. We will be back every Thursday, and I will keep you guys posted on exactly what we're going to be talking about next week's shows and everything like that or whatever. I'll make sure I'm staying up on what I'm watching so I can give you guys some good feedback and stuff like that. This is the first episode back, so we're gonna have a lot more changes. We have a lot more dialogue. We have a lot more stuff that's going on in these episodes. But yeah, so before we head off for the night, we got to do one more thing. And of course, that's going to be the show off segment, baby. So yes, like I said, the newest thing we're going to be doing with the show off segment is we're actually going to be playing talented shit that we see, bro. People give me, people send me, whatever. We're going to see some talent. And I want you guys to get a chance to see it as well. So this video right here, when I watched, like I said, I watched fucking 450,000 hours of TikTok a week. So I'm always coming across like some dope shit that I kind of want to like share with you guys. So I'm going to go ahead. This is going to be the show off video of the day. So check this guy out, man. Really talented, and just shows you don't need $1 million to do some shit. You literally can just be dope. Check him out. Hopefully you guys can hear it. I think I did it right. Check it out. a pen and a fucking cap. He's killing that shit. I love the product placement too. With the pen. With some pens, bro. Kid is a beast, man. Yo, listen, bro. Listen, that's the show off segment of the damn night, bro. Give him a hand. Yo, listen, man. The one thing that I really, really liked about that right there was it just shows you, man. Like, yo, all you gotta do is have skill. Have skill, have just a reason for wanting to do something, be bored even. You feel me? Like, you know, if you guys are anything like me, I know back in the day when we were in school, we used to do on the desk, you used to drum it out, bro. Use your hand, do that, or whatever, and just have a blast. You know what I'm saying? Use your pen, use your book, whatever you did or whatever. You know, everybody drummed on their desk. But this guy just took 2 pens and literally just, you know, turned himself into a fucking human beatbox machine. And it was phenomenal. And I saw that video and I was like, yo, I definitely want to share this kid's talent. So his name is Lens Lens Instrumental. Instrumental. So y'all can go follow him. I'm pretty sure if you just type in LENSTRU instrumental, kind of like instrumental, but Lenstrumental. Check him out, man. Kid is dope, yo. If he ever wanted to come on and just like, you know, show off and do a live shit for us, listen, it would be in the books for real. But that was definitely dope. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Guys, listen, that's going to be about it for the night, man. I really appreciate you guys jumping on here with us and, you know, welcoming us back to the entertainment show. It's going to be a lot more coming soon. You know, we have a lot more people that'll be coming on. And if you guys are interested in come on, do me a favor and send us a message. We're definitely looking to have you. But, you know, we'll be back. I'm finally getting a break. I've been going since Tuesday, and it feels great, man. Trust me. Like, I know I say it a lot because I'm proud of myself. Fuck that. I'm proud of myself, yo. Like, you know, it's. I don't know if people think this shit is easy, man. It's definitely not easy. It's good to do. Night, baby. It's good to you know, constantly have a hobby and have something that you enjoy and stuff like that or whatever. But it's not easy. It's hard putting these shows together and stuff like that and doing research and, you know, picking out stuff, even just when it's just watching stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, I try to make sure I watch stuff to keep up to date, even if it's stuff that I don't really want. After I'm watching 400 hours of wrestling and wrestling fans expect you to watch 4 hours of wrestling, well, 400 hours of wrestling, and then also do research for 400 more hours so you can learn about all the wrestling you're not watching. Get the fuck out of here. I gotta do something else sometime. Damn, brother. I can fucking breathe for a minute. But guys, yo, please go and check out the Beeline Entertainment LLC. It is a great website. I'm definitely working on it. It's going to be even better soon. It's the first website I ever made by myself. I do know how to do stuff like that. We do that with the editing services. And it's a lot of fun. You can find it all there, all that information. Bye. Until next time, guys. Listen, this has been the Beeline Entertainment, the place where you come on and show. That's right. Check it out, guys. It's been amazing talking to you guys again on a Thursday night. We'll be back next week, Thursday, 9 o'clock p.m. Tell your friends, tell your family. We'll be back. Stay true, stay positive, pay attention, and I'm out.